Hi guys, I'm Mike.
And I'm Stephen.
And this is F1 Fanatics. Welcome back to another F1 Fantasy Weekly. And it is the start of a new mini-series.
Oh yeah.
It is called, quite simply, The Predictions.
Or The Predictions.
Exactly. If you say it in a more dramatic voice, it sounds more exciting.
It's not just the predictions.
Exactly.
It's the
Predictions. It's pretty.
That was a good one.
Right, so it was. Right, so everyone at home listening along. Okay, so welcome to F1 Fantasy Weekly. We're now in for the new series, The Predictions. I think we've bigged it up enough.
Yeah. I better not see in the comments anyone going, the predictions.
Exactly, otherwise I'll be
I'm going
disappointed.
to be annoyed.
Yeah, it's got to be dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, when you predict things, it is dramatic.
It is dramatic.
So, the first episode in this predictions mini-series, the series within a series, part 2 / second of the year series,
Yes.
is...
I'm lost.
I got lost somewhere along the way as well. Predict the price.
Predict that price.
Predict that price or predict...
Put a price on that.
Put a price on that.
Put a price on that prediction.
Right, basically, we're going to try and predict the pricing of what we think the starting price is of all drivers on the grid will be, and we'll try with the teams as well, I think, to go from there. So, yeah, we're just basically going to run through drivers 1 to 20 on their championship position, basically where we think they will be, or most expensive to least expensive, probably.
Yeah. See how it goes.
So yeah, but first we'll run through. Thanks to Yanni, found us some 2018 and 29 starting prices, and then we will give our starting prices. All right. So in 2018, Lewis Hamilton's starting price was 29.8 million. Vettel's was 28 million. Bottas 25.3. Raikkonen 20 mil. Ricciardo 20.5 and Verstappen 19.7. Hulkenberg was 12 mil. Perez was 12 mil. Alonso was 11.5.
Oh.
Ocon was 11.3. Sainz 9.5. Stroll 8.5. Van Dorn 8. Magnussen 7.5. Sirotkin 7.5. Gasly 7.5. Grosjean 6.5. Ooh, just keeps dropping. Hartley 6.5, Ericsson 5.5, and here's a fun one. Charles Leclerc was 4.5.
Cheapest driver on the grid.
Cheapest driver on the grid. Who would have thought it? And he had a very good race early on, so he probably would have been quite a good pick if you backed Charles. But yeah, only got the top 3 guys in terms of teams before we move on to 2019. Mercedes were 30 mil, Ferrari 28 mil, and Red Bull 20. 2019 prices. Hamilton started off at 30.5, Vettel 27.5, Verstappen 24.5.
Big jump there.
It was actually, yeah. He's gone
mil.
up from 19.7, hadn't he? So yeah, pretty much 5. Leclerc 23.5. I mean, that is huge, unbelievable. Bottas 20.5, Gasly 17.5, Ricciardo 12, Hulkenberg 11.8, Perez 11, Magnussen 10 mil, Raikkonen 10 mil, Grosjean 9.3, Sainz 7.7, Stroll 7.7, Norris 6.9, Giovinazzi 6.8, Russell 6.0, Albon 6 mil, Kvyat 5.5, and Kubica 5.5.
I'm surprised that Leclerc jumped above Bottas.
Yeah, I'm surprised. But remember, Bottas didn't have a particularly good 2018.
But still, he was in that seat in 2018.
I think there was a lot of hype around the Leclerc.
Yeah.
Mercedes 32 mil was the starting price. Ferrari 29 mil, Red Bull 25, Renault 12.5, Racing Point 9.7, Alfa Romeo 9.5, Haas 9.5, McLaren 7.4, Toro Rosso 6.2, and Williams 6.
McLaren, the third cheapest there.
I know.
And ended up being best of the rest.
Crazy, isn't it? Oh, right. So, we are now going to make our predictions of 120. So, number one, most expensive driver is going to be Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I think
World champion.
I think he's pretty much going to be spot on. I reckon 30.5. He might even go up to 31.
31, I think. Well, he jumped 1 mil, was it? Sorry, 0.7. I'd say 31 would be fair. They don't want to make it. They don't want to price Lewis out, but he has to go up.
Yeah, because he was
winning.
even more dominant.
Yeah.
And again, he was comfortably the top point scorer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Vettel, I think he'll go down. So I think Vettel will probably. Where's Charles Leclerc? 23.5. I reckon Vettel might be around about 24, 25 mil.
Well, they're going to have to take into account now that Leclerc's number one.
Well, yeah, he finished higher in championship position. Yeah. So on that basis, you would expect the guy who finished higher to be the more expensive one.
Yeah.
So Vettel, I would back him to be 24, 25 mil.
Yeah.
Verstappen. 24.5 last year. I think he's going up.
I think there's a lot of hype around Red Bull potentially challenging.
So I think he's going to be around about 26, 27. Because I think he finished around about 26.5.
I say he goes up 2 mil, 26.5.
26.5 I think is probably a fair one. And I'm actually going to put Leclerc, but I think people will probably still think Ferrari will be the closest challengers. So Leclerc might go up from 23.5 to 27 mil.
27.
I think he'll be around about where Vettel was.
Yeah.
But not quite as high.
Just on his qualifying performances and
So yeah.
That pace.
Leclerc 27 mil. Bottas at 20.5. I think he's going to go up.
Bottas 3.0.
Yeah. So I think he might go up to where Leclerc is, because obviously you got to know that he's going to be the second driver within the team. So therefore he loses out on all those teammate bonuses. So I think maybe 23 mil for Bottas.
And it was very rare he was challenging Lewis last season. There were races.
But I think I genuinely think, because obviously a lot of teams, including us, were able to get two top drivers, obviously with that Leclerc Bottas, and you didn't even have to make money to make that combo work. That was a pretty easy one, and you could still have a good team around it as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, some people, Yanni was able to manipulate the market and ended up with Hamilton, Bottas, Leclerc at some point. But, everyone could get that. So I think they're probably going to raise the top drivers up to try and make it harder to have two top drivers in the team.
The thing is, with Bottas, though, well, you think 24?
I think 23.
So that's quite a big jump.
I think 20.5 to 23, because he had a good 2019.
Okay. I'm going 20.
Because if you look, the season before, he was 25.3 in 2018.
I'd say about 22.
Okay. All right. So should we go 22 and a half?
Yeah, okay.
Meet in the middle?
22.5, yeah.
All right. We'll go from there.
I say next one we look at is Albon.
Alex Albon, definitely. And I think as Gasly started at 17.5, I could see Albon being as low as 16.5. 16.5, 17.
It's a tough one because he has had half a season in the car, whereas Gasly, that was his first season at Red Bull.
Yeah, that was his first kind of races in. But you also got to think, he's also shown in those 6 months. I know he did beat Verstappen, but I think they'll look at it overall that he
was fortunate.
He's not going to beat Verstappen really
on out and out pace.
And we've kind of suggested that the Ferraris might be rated higher than the Red Bulls.
I think
just because on constructor and where the drivers finished, although Max Verstappen, like we said, finished third in the Drivers' Championship, Albon didn't even finish sixth, did he? He finished seventh in the end.
Yeah. Oh, Brazil. Oh.
So,
I think you make it's tough. I don't really want to put him below Gasly because he has had half a season in the seat already.
maybe bang on then, around about 17.5.
Or maybe 18 mil.
Okay, yeah, around about there. But I think
Because
that's...
he was comfortably best of the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the sort of pricing that we're kind of looking at from there. But then...
It depends where they do their turbo mark as well. Have to be above that.
Yeah, we probably then have to look at the two McLaren drivers. And Carlos Sainz last year was 7.7 and the top driver was 12 mil of Ricardo. I think Sainz is going to be 12.
Yeah.
Best of the rest last year. Hulkenberg was the best of the rest the year before at around about 11.8. He's going to be between 12 and 11.5 mil, I think.
Or even 12.5.
Yeah.
So he was that good.
So, yeah, I'd go 12, 12.5. Let's go 12 as Ricardo obviously came from a top team as well. Lando Norris.
Well,
obviously,
are you doing it by teams or by the order? Because I think Perez is probably next on the list.
Perez or Ricardo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Norris his points weren't incredible.
No, that's a fair shout. So we'll go Perez. And Perez, he was 11 last year. With the way he finished the season, probably bang on 11 again.
Yeah.
I imagine his starting price will probably be spot on, exactly the same.
Drifting under the radar a bit. I can only see his price going up, but not by much, you would say.
Yeah. Daniel Ricciardo, obviously the Renault slightly underperformed, so maybe 11 with Perez. Maybe both Perez and Ricciardo on 11
yeah.
Because they're both obviously getting a lot out of the cars, but their cars weren't necessarily great for parts of the season for both of them.
Yeah, I think.
But they are both going to regularly beat their... Well, Perez will. Ricciardo, you can argue how well Esteban Ocon will do, but I think, Daniel Ricciardo probably will win that battle.
Yeah.
So 11 mil for those. Probably Kimi Raikkonen. He was 10 last year, but Alfa Romeo dropped off. I think because Esteban Ocon and Ricciardo might be close, I think Esteban Ocon might come in next around about 9.5.
No, I reckon Ocon will be. I know he obviously had a season out. Was it Force India at that point? Race, yeah. I reckon he's going to be cheaper then. I don't think he'll be up at that 11-10 mark.
Okay. Well, I imagine Raikkonen...
There's a lot of hype about him. And like you said, Leclerc coming in at 23.5 last season because it was the hype around him.
I can see Raikkonen and Ocon being a similar price. I can see Ricciardo being more expensive. But you see, last year, probably predicted pre-season, Ricciardo and Hulkenberg probably be the closest partnership. I would say out that midfield, Ricciardo and Ocon could potentially be the closest, head-to-head battle. So therefore... But obviously Hulkenberg finished best of the rest. So I would say around about 10, 9.5 for Ocon, probably.
Yeah.
Then Raikkonen, I can see him 10 just on experience. He will get the best out of the car.
Yeah.
And he will be a popular pick anyway.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Well, his price may drop. Because they didn't have the best of season. I think between 9.5 and 10 for Kimi.
Cool. And I would actually put in that... So we're going to put 3 drivers. So Raikkonen, Ocon. I think Gasly would be around that bracket as well.
Yeah.
Around about 9.5,
I forgot
10.
because we obviously skipped Gasly. Gasly could be pretty well priced. Because he did have a strong second half season at Toro Rosso.
And his championship position. But it depends what they're going to do. Are they going to skew his points because he had half remember he had half a season in Red Bull and he still obviously was getting high points finishes because of that.
Yeah.
I can see him around all those three drivers being around the same bracket, around 9.5 to 10.
Yeah. I may put Gasly at 10.5.
Okay.
I reckon he deserves to be higher than Kimi and Ocon.
So now the number one drivers are probably Magnussen and Russell left.
Yeah.
Haas and Williams I'm going to put as the bottom four. I'd say Norris would be, although he didn't score great, maybe around about 7.5, 7, just because of the car that he's in.
Or maybe 8 mil.
Yeah.
He had a decent season.
Lance Stroll around
7.
about 7. And Magnussen, Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi probably 6.5.
Stroll was 7.7 last season, so maybe 7.5 for Stroll.
Yeah. And Giovinazzi was 6.8 last year, so maybe 7.
Yeah.
And Norris will go, like we said.
Yeah.
Stroll. We just did him. Russell probably 7, just because on his performances last year, because he convincingly beat his teammate, and obviously
He's going to be
early doors. He was a very high point scorer.
Yeah.
So he was getting all the teammate bonuses.
What price did he finish on? Because I think his price jumped up quite a bit.
I think he might have been 8 mil.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I
could
think
be a surprising one that they put him up there.
I think he was 6 last year. I'm going to put him 7.
I'm going 7.5.
What does that leave us with? Kvyat 7. Or it might even be closer to Gasly. Actually, it might be 8.5 because AlphaTauri obviously did well as a team last year. Well, obviously Toro Rosso, but they might look at that.
Yeah.
And he still obviously got a podium last year, and he scored relatively well.
Yeah.
So I maybe put him 8.5.
I'll go 8. I wouldn't go as high as 8.5.
Okay, we'll go 8. So we've now got
Latifi, Grosjean,
and Grosjean.
Magnussen. Wait, where did we put Mag? K-Mag. We said that they were in the bottom 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so K-Mag, 6.5.
Yeah.
Grosjean, 6.
Yeah.
And Latifi, 5.5.
Yeah, sounds fair. As the rookie.
Yes, so that was our pricing on the drivers. Obviously, as we went along, we would have put the driver up and pricing along. I don't know if we could probably particularly go, but
we may have got a bit muddled in that midfield. Apologies.
But I think the midfield will be muddling.
Yeah.
In terms of it, but yes, it'd be interesting to hear what you think. Our thoughts. Do you agree with us where you think the drivers will be in terms of that? Mercedes. Onto the teams. We'll whiz through the teams, I think, on this one. So Mercedes, 32 mil, pretty much probably the same.
Yeah.
Ferrari, 27 mil. I reckon knock a couple of mil off.
Yeah, off their incidences.
Red Bull, about the same, 25 mil.
I'd say 26.
Okay, potentially. Renault, 10 mil.
Ooh, you're knocking 2.5 off.
Well, because McLaren can quite convincingly finish best of the rest, didn't they? So I would jump McLaren up from 7.5 up to 12 mil.
Yeah. I'd say Renault 11.
Okay.
Or 10.5.
10.5 on that front. Toro Rosso, obviously there'll be AlphaTauri, 6.2. I imagine them jumping up to 10 mil.
Oh, maybe not as much as 10. Because they're still a second team.
But they finished 6th though, didn't they? In the constructors.
That is a good point. What did you say, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somewhere between 9.5 and 10.
And Racing Point and Alfa Romeo were 9.7, 9.5. I can see Racing Point 9.5.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo 8. Haas.
That's going to be a big drop because that was based on a good season, that 9.5.
Yeah. Haas 6. And Williams 5.
I'm just thinking, Grosjean, we gave him 6 mil for the last one.
Yeah.
Didn't he finish overall
last?
Yeah, but wasn't it like a pathetic amount of points as well?
Or he might have even finished minus points.
I don't think it was quite as minus, but there was like a big gap between him and like Kubica.
Yeah, of the kind of stats that Yanni posted on that video.
Grosjean could go, because what was he in 2018? Wait, 6.5 in 2018.
He was 9.3, so he could go down to 5.5.
Maybe, I was thinking 5.5 maybe.
Wow, okay, we've changed that. Grosjean is now 5.5. Correction.
I'm just thinking, because they had such a bad season, and Grosjean had a particularly bad one in fantasy terms.
That's true.
Really bad.
Yeah. So Haas 6 mil,
Yeah.
and Williams 5 mil, because they were worse.
They were
worse than their 2018 season, and so that is the prices. That is predict the price. So it would be interesting. Get involved in the comments. What you think the prices will be. Obviously, I believe it is the 29th of February, the last day of the month that the fantasy game goes live. And so, you've got a few weeks to kind of guess and predict what the prices will be. And then, obviously, when that goes live, we can all start picking our actual teams.
Yeah.
But next week, we will be on these prices that we've done. We'll have them written down and what our actual prices was. From the 100 million budget, picking our team that we would start Melbourne with if our prices were right.
Yeah.
But that is the usual serious part of F1 Fantasy Weekly. Now it's time for a Kimi moment of the week.
The best part.
Oh yes, of course the best part. So, take yourself back to Brazil 2012. Kimi Räikkönen is his first year back. He's been away rallying.
Yeah, having good times.
He's with Lotus Renault in that classic black and gold livery. It was a very nice...
Oh, yeah.
The Lotus Renaults had some great liveries between, I think, 2012 and 2015. Very, very nice cars. But Kimi Räikkönen, he's there. He's in Brazil. It's wet. It's raining 2012. Remember, this is also the race that Hulkenberg had the chance for a podium and collided with Hamilton.
Career.
Could have been a whole different career. But Kimi Räikkönen, he's made a mistake. But he's seen the slip road. He's decided, I'll go wide. I'll take the slip road. That would be mental. And he's like, this slip road, this can get me back to the track. You know, because I don't want to go across the grass.
No.
Because, that will damage my tyres.
Exactly.
Grip's
bumpy.
so important in the rain. I don't want to do it. I'm just going to go through this. So he's going down this side road. And he keeps going. Then he realises.
Disaster strikes.
The gate is shut. He cannot get through. Kimi Räikkönen has to spin around. Go back down the slip road that he's just driven up to get here, then go across the grass, get back on track. He completely got lost. Give the man a break. He'd been in rally. He'd been used to going off-road. He got confused for a little while. And now he's come back and he's like gone, this slip road, last time I was here, this worked. Now they've put a gate there. Who are they? Who's the FIA?
I think because Kimi used that slip road, they should have changed the track layout then and there.
I think
they should have gone, Kimi's knows what's a good path. We need to reroute the track here.
They should have red flagged the race.
Yep.
Until someone got bolt cutters.
Yep.
Cut that gate open and open the gate.
Yep. And that was made that the new race track.
Yeah. Absolutely. It would have been a weavy little narrow section, not great for overtaking, but a very technical part of the track at Brazil. Everyone would have enjoyed it, maybe. But Kimi would have enjoyed it because he knew exactly where it went till someone put a gate there.
Someone ruined all the fun.
But,
for everyone.
It was nice in case he was missing rallying. He's like, I've just come to the end of the F1 season. I enjoy being back in F1, but Oh, the rallying was good.
I missed my off-roading.
He did get to do a bit of off-roading. So there was a positive to the gate. But he got lost, basically.
The Kimi, it was intentional. It was not getting lost. It was all part of the grand plan of driving across the grass.
Yes. Detour to grass.
Yes. No mistakes were made.
No mistakes were made.
Kimi.
He never makes a mistake. No. He always does what he means to do.
Exactly.
And that is another Kimi moment of the week. We hope you've enjoyed another story from Kimi's illustrious career in F1. He has been involved in F1 a number of years, so there are a number of stories for Kimi because he is the gift that always keeps giving, and hopefully we have some fantastic Kimi moments over this year as well.
Yeah.
But that was another one. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you've enjoyed the start of the predictions.
The predictions.
Dramatic pause there as well. At the end. That was quite good. But yes, we hope you enjoyed it. We predicted the prices today. Maybe we should have kind of planned the prices and had them all in order beforehand. But I think it's better this way.
Yeah.
You get the raw gut instinct.
Exactly.
You don't get some plans
where
you've
scripted on this show. This is just our initial thoughts.
We turn the camera on and we go.
Yep.
That's all that happens. And if you've liked that, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and you like F1 Fantasy Weekly, or you're excited about the F1 Fantasy game this year, or you just want F1 coverage or feeder series coverage, what can they do, Stephen?
They can subscribe.
They can subscribe. And what else can they do? They can click a bell notification.
They can click that bell.
And why is that?
I'm not used to this part.
I know, I'm just
You normally tell me what they should comment.
But you see, this is unscripted.
Oh, yeah.
So we're willing to go anywhere.
Is this part of the
We're
script?
adaptable. I don't know.
Is this part of the script to make it look like it's unscripted?
Oh. But now you've told them about the script.
Oh.
But you can click the bell notification and it'll keep you up to date with all our latest content, just like this one. Fantasy is so close. You're so close to picking your teams, which means the F1 season is so close. And we are so excited getting close to lights out. But like we said, next week will be us predicting our teams that we'd pick, which is obviously the 5 drivers and the 1 constructor, judged on our prices that we gave today and from there. But yes, like we said, hope you enjoyed. You can comment down below on what your pricing structure would be and what you thought of the Kimi moment of the week, as always.
Yeah. Be interested to hear your thoughts on the pricing.
It would be. See if you agree with us. See if you disagree with us.
Should Grosjean be as low as 5.5?
Should Grosjean be lower?
Does Bottas 3.0 deserve a big price increase?
Is Charles Leclerc ahead of Sebastian Vettel? Should Albon be lower?
Oh, no. Because then you could turbo him.
Should Norris be higher?
Oh. All these questions.
We don't know.
You can answer.
We'll look forward to your answers. But for now, UF1 fans, keep racing.